Hey guys, it's me, Charlotte. What? Charlotte's doing a Delve video? I hear you cry. But she's the children's worker, not the youth worker. And it's true, but we're mixing it up this week. Gary's off doing a preach for the main church, young Tom is off doing Kingdom Kids, and you're stuck with me, your old friend Charlotte. And I am pretty excited about it. I miss you all, I miss your beautiful shiny faces. You are my most favourite young people in the whole world. So I am pretty jazzed to be able to talk to you a little bit this morning. I have to admit, initially, I wasn't sure what I was going to talk to you all about, but then I remembered a conversation I had recently with a spectacular and wonderful young person. And one of the things this spectacular and wonderful young person said was that they were struggling with finding things to do with their time that brought them joy, that made them happy. And I get that. You know, loads of the really good things in life are things we can't do at the moment, spending time with our friends, going to clubs we would normally enjoy. And that's really hard. And the things that we can do that are left to us maybe aren't the best things, you know. Sometimes it's good to sit and watch like Netflix and YouTube for a day and have a rest. But when that's all you can do, I think that becomes a thing that sort of feels empty and a bit sad, because sometimes Netflix feeds the soul, but I'm not convinced it always does. And so I thought to myself, what is a thing that gives life and that you can do in lockdown? And I had a little think, and I suspect one of the possible answers, I'm not going to say the answer, you know, I am just me. I do not know the true answers to the many trials and troubles that face us at the moment. But I think a thing that we can do that brings life and can be done in lockdown is create. You know, in the Bible, I think there's one point where maybe we catch a glimpse of bored God. God without life-giving things to do. I think that maybe is right at the start when he looks out into the void and thinks, man, there's got to be something better than this. And he creates it. He makes this beautiful world overflowing with awesome and incredible and wonderful things. And I don't think there are many stories in the Bible that are more purely joyful than the creation story, where we see God in the act of making this beautiful world. And he says, this is good, this is so good. And there is pride and there is life in the act of creating. And I think as well that when God makes us in his image, in that creation story, that's not just, you know, a vague human shape. That's also maybe the shape of our souls and our spirits. We are reflections of God and his character and the things that he loves. And as a part of that, I think there is this seed of creativity in all of us, this creativity given to us from God, so that we can make and create in that same way. Not quite in that same way, but you get what I mean. And that creativity comes in loads of different forms. Maybe you are a writer or a singer or a dancer, or you build incredible constructs, or you model things from clay, or you do. There are so many things. You could sing, you can make music, you can do all sorts of things are really creative. And I think there is that seed of creativity in all of us. And it's definitely, I think, a real God-given thing. In Exodus, while the Israelites are out traveling through the wastes, God gives these real creative giftings to the people he tasks with making these incredible things, the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant. There's a real specific gifting where God says, I'm breathing my creativity into these people so they have the skills to do these things. I think God breathes that creativity into all of us. And I suspect as well that creating is one of the most hopeful and defiant things a person can do. I think creating takes us out of where we are if it is difficult, you know, which it is in lockdown. It's hard, it's tough, it's pants. But when you create, you say, actually, I can picture something beyond this or outside of this. Or we say, I can make something beautiful out of these sad feelings that I've got right now, when I can channel them and use them to create something new. And I think that is a real awesome power and gift that we've been given by God, is to step outside of where maybe we physically are, to step outside or to channel our pain into something beautiful and new. And I think it is hopeful and defiant. And I like those two words because I think, how can you not? Hopeful and defiant are two things I desperately want to be. So this week, I would encourage you guys, if you find yourself feeling low, feeling like there's nothing to do, nothing that brings joy, create something. It doesn't need to be a good something. It just needs to be the act, the hopeful and defiant act of creating. I've rambled a bit and I'm sorry. I told myself this was going to be a really quick intro because actually this is just an introduction, because I am not the world's best creative. I love it. I'm not the most talented. I'm not the best at speaking about it. But I know people who are incredible creatives, and I asked them to speak to you this morning. So I'm going to hand you over to them without further ado. And you're going to hear me interviewing some incredible creators about why creating is good and joyful and amazing, and some top tips about getting your creative juices flowing. So guys, I hope you enjoy. I have asked you guys to come on Zoom with me and have a quick chat, because I am doing the Delve video this week, and I thought we could do it about creativity, because I think creativity is really important. And I think that comes from God, because we know God is this awesome creator and he made the world. He is even more creative than you guys, which is difficult. But I thought, who better to talk to about creativity than you three, because I know that you are three very good creators. So if it's all right with you, we'll have a little bit of a chat about creativity and creating. Sound okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I have sent you some questions, so hopefully this is going to be prepped and ready. So I think the first one that I was going to ask you is, what sort of things do you like to create? So I know that you all like doing things a bit slightly different things. So, Floss, you up for starting? What do you like?
Yeah, I like to create drawings while listening to books in my bedroom.
Oh wow! So do you do like illustrations to go with the stories that you're listening to?
Yes, I've got 2 pictures and 1 painting. This is my painting that I did myself.
Oh wow, that's so cool! It's a beautiful unicorn.
And then this is a Gengar.
Oh, is that from a story that you've been listening to?
No, I created it.
That's very cool.
And this is an Aquila Tufka.
Wow. Those are really cool. Especially, like, I guess you just like God designed all the animals during creation, you've been creating some of your own. Those are really beautiful pictures. And I know you do. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Me and Dora have been making our own earrings. So I've got this pair, which is a milk and a cookie, and some really cool patterns.
Oh wow, that's really amazing. How did you make them?
So we got this kit where we got some clay, and we stuck these onto these clippy bits. So what we did basically is Nanny Patsy brought us round some special gorilla glue and some clippy things to make earrings, and then some clay, and there was like tools, and there was all sorts of different colours, and we could like mould the clay into different foods, shapes, and really anything you wanted. And then you put it in the oven for about a night. And then in the morning, you take it out of the oven. Then you have hardened like pieces of clay that are hardened. But the thing is, when you're actually making the thing, they have to be pairs, so you have to do two of the same thing.
Ah,
And
very
then the Gorilla Glue to clip the clay onto the clippy bits. Then you leave it to dry for about 2 hours. Then it's done. Then, voila.
very beautiful. I like that they're clip-on ones as well, so you can wear them if you've got your ears pierced or not. Good. Even Tim could rock some of those earrings.
Yeah, if I tried. No, yeah.
Doubt. I think you could pull them off. That's really, really cool. Exciting. Loads of different creativity. What about you, Dora? What sort of things do you like to make? Obviously, earrings as well.
Yeah. I like to make earrings, cards, and and design plates. And I designed a plate right here that I designed once.
Oh, wow. That's so beautiful. Is that a butterfly and a flower?
Yeah.
That's really gorgeous, Dora. That's absolutely fabulous.
And I also made a card.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That kind of
very cool. A 3D one. Yeah.
And I made a little lantern. And she's got yet more earrings. Yes.
And yet more earrings. Oh,
yes.
I know you were creative girls, but actually you're doing even more different creative things than I even realised. That's absolutely incredible. Absolutely awesome. What about you, Tim? I know you also are a bit creator. What sort of things do you like to
Yeah, well, I like to do a bit of baking sometimes. I like, to do most things. Like today, Mum, as a Monday kind of half-term present, she gave me this morning. I woke up, it was in my bedroom, it must have been, and then I didn't even see it because it was so dark, sitting on my floor. But then when I came in at one point to, can't remember what I was going to do, but came in, might have got a toy or something like that, and I saw it sitting on the floor, and I was like, what? So I went with Mum and Dad, I opened it, and it turned out to be these kind of connector straws things, and I made a little car out of it here, and then I've made a little spear, and making little things. But I'm trying to make a toothbrush at the moment. Yeah.
Wow. Those are really cool. I've never even seen something like that before. I like those. Those are very good.
They're basically just normal straws you can drink out of and stuff like that, but there's 80 of them. And there's a little collector pieces, for example, like this piece. So I can push one through the middle, or I could push it on the end and make something like that. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. And I know as well that a couple of you are story writers too.
Yeah.
That I've heard some amazing stories. I think I've heard some of one of Florence's stories. Do you remember when we were reading Girls Brigade? I still want to know what happens next in that. That's a very impressive story. Timothy, I know you've written a novel, your first book. And Dora, do you write stories as well?
Yeah, I love writing. It's my favourite thing to do at school, just write. Anything to do with writing, I'm happy to do.
Oh, wonderful. I'm the same. I much prefer doing writing to doing maths. That is so cool.
Yeah, I think I actually like them both the same. I'm not sure about me. I love maths too.
That's very good. Well, it's good to like maths as well. That's very good. You're a flexible young man. Okay. Are you ready for question 2, my friends?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, maybe it's a bit, but why? Why do you create? Why would you, maybe of an afternoon, what might make you think, I'm going to make or draw or write something? What sort of thing would make, why would that?
So, I just sit in my room. I just think, okay, I'm bored. And then I go, wow, there's a piece of paper. Brrr. Just a random drawing that I had no idea I was drawing. Then I just do other random stuff.
Very nice.
Good.
So is that because you're bored is often why you do some creating?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good reason. It's a wonderful thing to fill the time with. Dora?
I just do like lots of writing and do other things like creating cards and creating lanterns when like there's nothing really I have to do, and because then it's just really relaxing. It helps you stay calm.
Really, really cool. So would you maybe do it if you were feeling a bit stressed? Would you like
Yeah.
to calm you down?
Yeah.
Cool. And what about you, Timo? Why might you do some creating?
Well, it's just a fun thing to do, really. I'm kind of with Dora when I get a bit bored and I want to do something. And if I don't have anything on, it's fun just to probably make things. And when I've got a bit of spare time, it's not bad.
It's a very sometimes just doing things just for fun is a very good reason to do things. I think often when you get old, like me, people start thinking that you can only do things for a reason. But fun is a very good reason, even on its own. I think.
Yeah.
I was going to ask when do you create, but you all kind of asked that one along with why, didn't you? So that was good. Okay, I've got another one. How does creating make you feel? So how do you feel when you're creating, or when you're done? How might you feel? Does it change the way you feel? Do you feel the same as when you started, or what? What do you sort of think?
When I start, I'm just bored. I go up to my room, and then afterwards, I'm like, "Yay! I finally did something. Let's move on to the next thing that I can do."
That's cool. So you feel like you've achieved something. You feel like a champion, like a good fist. Very nice. That's really cool. That's very good. What about you, Dora?
I feel really calm because I've done something quiet for a long time. After I finish doing something quiet, it makes me feel really calm and not stressed anymore, because it makes all my stress go somewhere else and just vanish.
That is very, very, very cool. And what about you, Timo?
Yeah, pretty much maybe the same as a girl sometimes. I just get into things.
I'm giving you a hard time actually making you go last, Timothy, aren't I? Because the girls have had a chance to give all the good answers before I get to you. Tell you what, this next one you can answer first for me, Tim. This is one of my last questions, and it is: what advice you might give to the young people? Because this is a video for the youth at church, and maybe if they are don't know how to start with getting creative, or a bit anxious of not maybe worrying that they'll be bad at doing their creating or not, what sort of advice do you think you would give to a young person to about helping them to get creative?
Yeah, I kind of think that probably never give up, always, and don't say that you can't do something, because you can if you practice and always try to do that. And just always think about, you don't have to think about your make. Sometimes you can just try and do anything, like just, for example, like I've just, with my car, I didn't really, I knew I was going to invent a car when I started, but at some points I didn't know that I was going to invent a steering wheel. I just thought, oh, if I make that, it might make this. So always you can do anything you like making it, I think, and don't worry if it's a bad model. You can just pretend it's made up, I guess. Yeah.
That's really great advice. Really great. Yeah, definitely. You don't have to know what it's going to look like at the end to enjoy making it, do you? You can just have fun.
Yeah.
Running along. That's fabulous advice, Timothy. So let's go to Dora. Dora, do you have any advice for our young people?
What I would do is, if it was like drawing and they were like following a video, and they were like and they were like really stressed because they kept on messing up the steps. I would just do it myself, then show them step by step what to do.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. So young people, if you are watching this and you would like a step-by-step drawing or craft videos from Dora, maybe let me know. Maybe that's something we could get happening. Maybe that's very good. So maybe finding someone who can help you and teach you in a friendly and calm way, like
because I'd be happy if I could teach the younger people drawing videos, because actually I've been practicing drawing lots of things on YouTube with different people, so I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, well, that's and actually using videos is a really good thought, Dora, because if you're not sure what you're doing or where to start, maybe they can just see something that they like that someone else and follow that. That's a really good thought. Very good. Florence, have you got some brilliant advice for home?
Yes. If you're stuck on what to do, don't really put a lot of thought into it. You just do it. Because what I do is I've got a piece of paper with a single mark, and then it goes to a beautiful picture. You don't really have to put a lot of thought into it. And also, if you're following a video, if you make a mistake, you can sort of make it your own, really, and just look at what they've done and then try to improve it in your own way.
Yeah, definitely. So rather than thinking, oh, mine doesn't look like theirs, so it's wrong, you could say mine doesn't look like theirs, but it looks like mine, and that is cool anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to be different sometimes.
Yes, it is good to be different sometimes. I absolutely agree. Oh, that's brilliant advice. I think definitely not thinking too much about it is a very good piece of advice, Florence, because sometimes it's just do it. And if it ends up gross at the end, that doesn't matter, because if you had fun making it, that's what matters.
Because fun is all that matters. You all you have to do is just try your hardest, and that's really all that matters. Try your best and keep on practicing if you want to get better and better. Because on the YouTube videos, they don't just do it the first time and get it wrong, because they practice a lot and work hard.
That is
exactly right.
That is really true. And that's important to remember as well, isn't it? That actually, if you see someone do something on YouTube, they probably just pick up a pen and do it. They might have been practicing that for years to get to be that good. Yeah.
So to have fun. Yeah.
Definitely to have fun is really, really good. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for your brilliant thoughts and wonderful advice, guys. Those some very good points, some very well made points in there. I wondered if I could ask you to do one more thing for me while we're on our video, guys. And I was wondering if I could ask you to pray for the young people, because I think probably some of them are having a bit of a hard time at the moment. Just like it's not fun for you guys not to be at school, I think the young people are probably missing their friends, and some of them we've got exams that aren't going to be like they thought they were going to be because coronavirus has changed things. I think some of them are probably a bit stressed and worried, and maybe pray for them to be able to have some fun doing some creating this week as well. Do you think you'd be able to do that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Young people, I'm talking to you right now. You are going to be exceedingly blessed by these prayers, because I happen to know that these three guys are absolutely wonderful prayers. So please feel very blessed to have the incredible Florence, Dora and Timothy praying for you now. Who's gonna go first for me, chaps? Florence, fabulous. Second?
I'll go second.
All right, that's fabulous. And Dora, you're going to bring it home for us? Wonderful. Okay, shall we do prayer drill?
Yeah.
Who is a very good can someone explain the prayer drill for the youth? Dora, if you know it, can you explain it for them so they know what to do?
What you do is, for one, you go like this. 1. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Then at the end, for number 4, you go, Amen.
Perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that means you guys are ready. 1. That was a bit slow.
You just saying that, Charlotte. Come on.
1, 2, 3.
Dear God, please make sure that the young people can be creative, even though they might be a little bit scared or worried at the moment, and that through their creative work, they can feel accomplished and they can feel pride in themselves once they complete it. Amen.
Amen.
Dear God, we just pray that everyone can be happy and they can always never give up in completing things. They don't give up. They always try their best and don't say that they can't do it, because that's not true, Lord. We know in your words that is not true. And we just pray that everyone will be okay and nice and good and stop being okay during coronavirus times, and that we can all be creative, because if we have nothing else to do, which we probably don't during lockdown, and we just pray that we can all be good and all have everything that everyone else has and all be happy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Dear God, we pray that all the younger people will try their best on whatever they're working on, and eventually they'll get it right and it'll be amazing. In Jesus' holy name, amen.
Amen. 4.
Amen.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, you guys. You know, I thought when I started this interview, maybe at the end of this, I'll do a little video saying, just with me, sign up before we finish the youth video. But actually, I don't think I'm going to have to say anything. I think you've said such wonderful and amazing things and really encouraging things. And so I think all of us, young people, will say goodbye to you and wish you a very happy rest of your Sunday. Shall we say goodbye together, guys? Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
See you soon, Charlotte.